Chat, there's no intro today. We're skipping the intro. We're diving right in. No thoughts, head empty. Actually, scratch that. Head full of ideas. Let's get into it. Give me 1 sec. We're skipping the intro today. We don't have enough time for an intro today. Hello. I return. I return from the grave to give the living haircuts. Okay, so first order of business. I'm still working on the next mini animated, but the first like eighth of it is pretty much done. Sans some missing sound effects. So, what I thought I'd do is preview that eighth with you guys. Just let some more people roll in here. But after that, we're gonna do some music making. I got another track I've wanted to remake for a while. So you guys get to see that. All right. I'll play this now, and I'll probably play it again in about half an hour or so. But this is the first bit of the Nuclear Nightmare related animation / Oakhaven related animation. It oh, okay. How long does it normally take to make one, if you don't mind me asking? It depends on how much how much is in the I don't know how to describe this. Sorry. ADHD brain going crazy today. It does depend on a couple of factors. It depends on how many characters you're animating, how much you're essentially making from scratch that's on screen in the scene. It's for this one, there was a lot that went into it. There's a lot that went into, say, the orbital pressure one, the heavenly bodies one. I called it orbital pressure because that was the original name for it, but I just thought I'd say heavenly bodies and leave the orbital pressure as the name of the soundtrack. But yeah, here, let me show you guys what it looks like so far. It's kind of short, but bear with me.
Why is everybody dead? What happened?
That's a weird name for a place up here, right?
It is. Probably shouldn't go up there with someone who
Come on, Doc, it'll be fun!
Alright, you convinced me.
That's what that looks like so far. There was audio with that, right? The original audio is from actually two sources, both the same session of Nuclear Nightmare, Smitty's POV and Docky's POV. But yeah, there was a whole lot more for this animation that I had to make from scratch, like the buildings. If you saw last stream, I was doing a lot of buildings. And just in that animation there, or that part of the animation there, you could see there was an entire like the fast food diner graphics. I made those from scratch, the mixed Starbies. There's a couple other designs I made. I made a theater just called Techno Cinema. Haha. Pun fully intended. Intend your puns, you cowards. Alright. So, today I've already started a little bit of it. I know, cardinal sin, but this is essentially, there was a song I made originally, I think in 2014. Revamped it for an album in 2019. It's the same story as Galactic Heroes. It's the same thing. It's, well, minus Tron Legacy. This is a different time. But I made it a while back, revamped it for the same album, Cove, and then I'm revamping it again. This is what it sounded like in its previous, a piece of what it sounded like, at least. I forgot I turned my stream mix off. One sec. There we go. Okay, so that was 2019. There are a couple of reasons why I want to revamp that. Oh, by the way, I did a little EQing just so it would be easier to listen to, because the original was like, let's... There's a lot more of that mid-end that you can hear. But yeah, it's to give a little backstory to this. This is a song that I wrote to describe a scene where a character, she's hearkening back to some tragedy where her entire hometown was invaded and burned down, and she was the sole survivor. I wanted to write something tragic but frantic, because she is, despite everything that's happening, despite all the danger, she is running through the fire toward her home, albeit to no avail. But I wanted to make something that was described the franticness and the horror of it, but also how that fire, that metaphorical fire, now fuels her in present day, battling the very forces that destroyed her home and occupied her planet. There's also a much more, as the title suggests, demented version of this theme that I wrote or rewrote about a year ago, called The Demented Day. That's nothing to do with the backstory I just told you. It's just how this kind of idea sprouted in my head years and years and years ago. and I decided I'd be like, hey, you know, I'm not letting go of this this idea anytime soon. I'll remake it. Just as an extra little thing to show you guys. This is more like a chase. Yeah, thinking about it, this definitely feels more like a chase. That was one iteration of it. That's not the one we're looking at today, though. Half chase, half revelation of something. It kind of is, just like halfway through you can kind of barely see what you're being chased by. Some unknowable creature or creatures. But yeah, this is finally what we're working on today. Not the demented day, but the dreaded day. So that's mostly just synths, strings and some sub booms. Let's start loading up more of the orchestra now. Some piano chords a 5-year-old would play. Wait. What do you mean by that? Oh, it's not even going through because it's not loading. It's not armed. like that. There's multiple parts I've already added to this, but there's this one bit that's sort of like, it kind of it harkens back to the sound of like an air raid siren, sort of. Especially the way I'm gonna have it here. First off, we're gonna save that. We're gonna disarm that. Render that out as its own thing. Shove this over here. And then the other version of this is the non-filtered version. UFO. Ha! Makes sense, actually. Because, well, it's already on an alien planet. The story exists already on an alien planet. But they're being invaded by other aliens who want nothing but destruction. And to occupy their planet for resources, etc. So we got both of those. No, this is completely different style. You asked if there are the treadmills. No, this is 100% a different lore entirely. I've not teased it on this channel whatsoever. Okay, so we want Forzo over here. EQ. And then What? Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Obviously. I hit tubas and I meant to hit full ensemble. But no. No, that's too slow. Okay, now Alien-like, yeah. It's kind of the orchestra, especially the strings, represent what this planet is supposed to be. It's very paradise-ish and lush and green and kind of Earth-like too. And then hell comes to paradise and starts throwing fire bombs. It's not even like they're out to kill everyone. It's the invading force is just exhibiting a test of, it's a test of, or not even, it's an exhibition of strength, quote unquote, of power that they want to have over these people. Okay, now I'm looking for something smooth but gritty. That sounds like such an oxymoron. How about I stop using flex? Come here, Omnisphere. Okay. Synth long. I see epic synths, and I absolutely know that's not going to be what I'm looking for, but... anything here? That could work. I'm not a fan of that phaser. I'm assuming it's baked in. Nah, we're not gonna get anything from this, are we? It's fine. Whoa. That is way out of tune. Maybe what I'm looking for is something different. Nah. Eh. I feel like there's something more we can do to this. How about... Whoa. What the heck was that? I don't know. Some kind of noise in this room. Okay. 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 All right. It's complaining at me because I tried moving some files over to the HDD today. To the D drive. Let's try this one instead. Oh, and now it's freezing. Oh, here we go. And the guitar rig is still going. Okay, let's Whoa! Whoa! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I turned that way down. Way down. Okay, just fast distortion. Just fast distortion. And then maybe, just maybe, a very basic oscillator. On the same channel. Let's see how this sounds. Chorus. Huh. That is awesomely foreboding. It could absolutely be used elsewhere. But still not quite what we're looking for. Let's go back to our angry synths. Whoa. That's wonderful. Are you kidding me? Whoa. Okay. Let's just turn those off completely. Okay. So now... oh my goodness. Let's wrangle ourselves some percussion. How about some hyper metals? How about some Contact 7 that doesn't want to show itself? The window you're seeing me drag right now is not the playlist. That is not the playlist, that is Contact 7. It just looks like the playlist. Look at... Oh! Oh no. Okay. Let's we may need to use a different metal library. That's fine. Not because the graphics aren't showing up, but because this might not be the right one. Let's see. Let's just see. Will that even work? It's very subtle, but I like it. I like it because it's subtle. This first half is not a very percussive half. And then we get to like dun 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 dun, which you heard in the demo, or the 2019 version, and it gets super percussive. It's also a bit slower, I'm realizing now. I think this... some EQ. I'm gonna add some transition elements here. We need another oscillator. Actually, I'm gonna just delete those. We're not going to be using them. Might as well. Now the other oscillator. Make it a noise. Oh. And then I'm just gonna delete all these. Hey, Guitar Rig, are you done? Are you done complaining now? Thank you very much. I should do this more often. Sometimes I just leave stuff in that I don't need. So. Effector. I have not used you in a long time. Hold on. Forget how I did this. It's a long time ago. Maybe it wasn't necessarily that. Reactor 6. You're up, buddy. Let's just see about that, shall we? Shall we? Okay. Come on. There it is. Okay. Sorry. Reactor instruments. We're looking for... not metaphysical. I'm looking for steam pipe 2. There it is. think we just want. It is very hard to see the controls here. They're very tiny. So I know that's part of it. That's part of what I want. Uh-oh. Okay. And then that other bit. Oh, goodness. We're coming up on our 15-minute warning here. Come watch Techno Cinema as he struggles to find just the right synthesizer for the sound design in question. Oh, goodness. Right, and then right. That's pretty close. That's pretty good. It's almost exactly how I imagined it. Methinks I'm going to have to employ a different brass pack. It's Century Brass. Provided it loads. Okay, screw it. We're going with a different one. I don't care anymore. Cinderbrass Pro, what do you got for me? What's the noise? That'll do. This'll do, and this'll do. Channel 3, channel 4. Come on. It is on 12, right? Yes, it's on 12. Why aren't you? Oh, right. 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 Huh. Now pattern 12. Oh my. Oh, that's why. Whoa. Perfect. That's That's the quite a bounce. Did I make an automation clip? Yes, I did. It shouldn't be starting at full blast. I'm gonna delete that and start over. New auto clip. That is quite loud for those flutes. Better. Much better, actually. I'll put that in the wind section. What software do you recommend for music? It kind of just... I wouldn't necessarily recommend one software over the other. The one I'm currently using right now is FL Studio, which is pretty standard. Standardly available software. The version I'm using right now is about $200, but there are other pieces of software out there. The one I hear mentioned a lot is Reaper. There's also Steinberg's Cubase, and then the one that I also have experience with. Oh yeah, sorry, one more. There's two others that I have experience with. Logic Pro, which is for, Macs. But then there's Pro Tools, which I actually took certification classes for, and those were painful, but they taught me a lot about the software. So I am readily able to use Pro Tools at any given moment. I just prefer using FL Studio myself. It's just what I have grown to know and it's where I work the fastest. Anyway, I hope that helps. I am going to have to get off in a second here, though. I do want to at least show you guys. There's another version of this track that I remember making a while back, which tells whereas the dreaded day is the character living the memory, this is her remembering the memory, if that makes any sense. Yay, sadness. That reminded me, I need to put this in there. Change this to 3. Perhaps some sorbet. Some sorbet plus microfix? Okay. It's getting close to time for me to head off for the night. But before I do that, I'm going to play the animation preview one more time. I promised I'd do it. I said I'd do it half an hour after the first time. Here we are. Here we are. Okay. But yeah, here's it one more time.
Why is everybody dead? What happened?
That's a weird name for a place up here, right?
It is. Probably shouldn't go up there with someone who
Come on,
shot.
Doc, it'll be fun!
Alright, you convinced me.
Okay. I hope to continue this again. Maybe sometime this week. I don't know. I don't know what my schedule's looking like, but yeah, that's gonna be end of stream today. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Y'all are amazing. And I will see you guys next time.